Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So the final boss finally returns to SmackDown on February 21st, 2025. What does this mean? What happened? What did he say? Let's break it down. Thanks for being here with me on Pro Wrestling Daily. Make sure you hit that like or subscribe button and comment below throughout this video. But what does it mean that the final boss has finally returned? What did his promo mean? What's he trying to do with Cody Rhodes? There's some very interesting pieces at play here that could totally and completely shake up what we thought was going to be the main event and both main events of both nights at WrestleMania 41. And so it's interesting to see the internet wrestling community just totally freak out. Moments before, they're like, oh my God, The Rock's doing this movie. He's never, ever coming back. WrestleMania 41 is ruined. Now he's back. He has a confusing promo. He might be taking someone else's spot in the main event. Now they're pissed that he's taking someone else's spot in the main event. And WrestleMania 41 is saved, but it's not saved. What's going to happen to everyone else? I mean, everyone's freaking out, and it's amazing, and it causes a sort of commotion and stir and buzz, I think, that The Rock always creates when he comes back, especially with this final boss character. So let's go back to the first confusing promo in this string of confusing promos for The Rock. We go back to January 6th, debut episode of Raw on Netflix, and he does this weird sort of corporate, now that makes sense a little bit, corporate promo about talking about TKO and how he loves everyone, and now he's gushing up Cody Rhodes. He's kissing him. They're hugging. They're best friends, even though we saw him, whip him with a belt in the rain, bloody, but now he's like best friends with them. They're drinking tequila. They're hanging out. They're just chopping it up like a couple boys. And so everyone's like, that seems a bit weird. That seems a bit strange. Then you go to the next night on NXT, and basically all he says is, just let The Rock take you for a ride. What does that mean? What ride? What are you talking about? And then we don't hear or see from The Rock for a while. He's not at the Royal Rumble. Nothing's happening. What's he doing? And then this movie gets announced that he's going to be a huge role in this movie deal. And then hours later, 11 p.m. at night, he announces that he's going to be at SmackDown. And now we're like, oh, whoa, okay, what's going to happen? So then the rest of SmackDown was pretty bad. We don't need to talk about it. It doesn't actually matter. This is the most important thing that we can talk about, and then we're going to play out some pieces of what might happen at WrestleMania 41. And so then The Rock comes out. He gets a massive ovation. Yes, it's amazing, fantastic. He announces WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans. That's awesome. I love when WrestleMania is in New Orleans. That's amazing. Gets a big pop for that, and then invites Cody Rhodes out. And here's where things get weird. They get a bit weird, and it gets kind of awkward. The Rock says a bunch of the same stuff over and over again about them being good friends. He shows a picture of their mom on screen. He just sort of takes a while for him to sort of get to his point, because he's just really trying to butter up Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes' face the whole time was brilliant. He's doesn't know what's actually happening, just like the rest of the fans watching. They're like, we don't know what's happening. This is very confusing. I don't understand the trajectory. At this point, I'm not thinking about the January 6th promo on Netflix or what he said on January 7th at NXT. I'm just thinking about this right here, what could happen for WrestleMania 41, but I don't understand what's going on. This is very, very confusing. And then basically he gets to the point where he basically wants Cody Rhodes to be his corporate champion, to be his people's champion, to be The Rock's champion. And The Rock is not going after the title. He doesn't want the WWE title. He says specifically that he wants Cody Rhodes' soul. He wants to basically own Cody Rhodes. So now you think back, to the January 6th promo where he was the corporate Rock and talked about TKO and all of this great stuff. He is now the most powerful man. The Rock is the most powerful man, and he wants to own Cody Rhodes, saying that he can take what he is right now. Cody Rhodes is the man. He's the face of WWE. He can even elevate that because The Rock is the most powerful man, more powerful than even the WWE champion or Triple H or anyone like that. And he wants to own the soul of Cody Rhodes. He wants him to be his people's champion, his corporate champion. Now, of course, Cody Rhodes is sort of bewildered and confused and doesn't know what to do about this. Of course, when you get this sort of confusing but potentially unbelievable opportunity, but also would destroy everything that he's built with the fans and the WWE universe and him as the face of the company and doing the things he does because of love of the game, because of the fans, because he's their champion. He's the real people's champion, quote unquote. But now, does he want to elevate his status beyond belief, beyond what he ever thought was possible by becoming the corporate champion? So we will see on March 1st at the Elimination Chamber. The Rock will be there again. He's announced, and Cody Rhodes will make his decision. And that basically leads us to the final point of what's going to happen with the Mania 41 main event. What's going to happen at the WrestleMania 41 main event? Here is my prediction. Let me lay it out for you. I don't know if this is going to happen, but this is what I think, using everything that I know from January 6th on Raw's Netflix to what he said on NXT to what he said, what he said on the most recent episode of SmackDown, the reactions of Cody Rhodes, and potentially where we could see John Cena and CM Punk fit in, and the Paul Heyman favor mixing in with all of this stuff. So The Rock wants Cody Rhodes. The Rock wants Cody Rhodes, but there are other options potentially for the corporate sellout champion. So we go to March 1st, we have the Elimination Chamber, John Cena wins. Boom. John Cena wins. He's going for that 17th world title. That's best for business. That's best for business. I don't think what's best for business is in John Cena's very last year as a professional wrestler to turn heel. Doesn't make sense. We want to cheer for John. We want to love John. We want to have his farewell tour with him on top as a babyface winning that 17th world title. So boom, he wins the Elimination Chamber. Boom. Now he's booked his ticket to go face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania in the main event. Ooh. But CM Punk is now distraught. He cannot finish his story. There's no way for CM Punk to finish his story. And you remember, he told Cody Rhodes that he's going to stab him in the front, not in the back. He's going to tell him and show him everything he's going to do to stab him in the front because he has to have that main event at WrestleMania. He has to have that WWE Championship back. So now maybe he calls in the favor from Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman goes to The Rock and says, I found you a corporate champion. I found you the corporate champion. I found you the real people's champion, and that's CM Punk. And through that favor from Paul Heyman with The Rock, CM Punk potentially sells his soul to The Rock, which makes us have, on night one of WrestleMania 41, we have CM Punk versus John Cena. Winner goes on to face Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania 41 night 2. So you have John Cena absolutely lose night 1. You have CM Punk win. Now the fans are heartbroken. John Cena's heartbroken. We're not going to see that 17th world title. We have CM Punk as a heel because he sold his soul to The Rock. He's now the corporate champion. He wins night 1, goes on to night 2, and beats Cody Rhodes. And beats Cody Rhodes in night 2 of the WrestleMania main event to become the champion. And CM Punk, Summer of Punk, heel championship run now has commenced. And maybe you have John Cena win the Money in the Bank, and then you have John Cena potentially win his 17th world title against heel Punk at SummerSlam. Wow. Amazing. How's that work? Then you could also potentially have, babyface Roman Reigns versus heel Punk. Now you have this story written out. So if you actually think about it in this logical way, it could really happen. John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, calls in the favor from CM Punk, calls in that favor. They get, boom, figured out. CM Punk sells his soul. Boom, now they're wrestling night 1. Boom, he wins. Now they're CM Punk. I said it all, but I'm saying it again very quickly. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, night 2. CM Punk wins as a heel champion, and the whole fucking WWE is now blown up. And The Rock Dwayne owns CM Punk. He owns the WWE Championship. And now there's baby faces coming out. And you got Cody Rhodes. You got Roman Reigns. You got John Cena. Potentially Randy Orton coming back. What happens with Seth Rollins? We're still going to get Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But now you have this massive title picture with some of the biggest stars. John Cena, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and The Rock all involved in this main event picture as one of the most high-class WrestleManias we've ever seen. So what most people are saying is going to be the worst WrestleMania of all time may potentially turn out to be one of the biggest, most powerful, most talked about WrestleManias of all time, just based on this weird confusing, but now starting to make sense promo of The Rock based on what he wants to do with his corporate power and as the true final boss. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think, your reactions, your predictions. Let me know in the comments below. And again, please like and subscribe to this channel. Let's get Pro Wrestling Daily to every pro wrestling fan on the planet. Let's grow this channel together. And I appreciate you very much. Lots of love and cheers.